Hello all, welcome to Tay Time Recaps, Madam Secretary, Season 3, Episode 18, Good Bones. Let's begin. I want to start off this episode by saying that this was a sad one. As someone on Twitter put it, they've lost before, but this was when we wanted them to win, and I think that hits home. I'll start the Henry storyline. Henry's informant was so drugged that when he called him to meet him at a mall, he had a lot of C4, I want to say, in the truck, and Henry drove it away. Henry was like a Superman driving it away, and then Tim Daly, I guess, was able to walk at this point with his injuries. And he gets away just in time from the car. In terms of the kids, I don't know where Stevie's been. Good question. Because I don't know. But Jason and Rachel have a school dance, and Rachel is dressing like a fashion designer from the 60s. Basically, she's going with a senator's son, and Jason's going with somebody else, and Jason overhears the senator's son and another kid in the bathroom complaining about Rachel, how she's not easy, and whatever, and when Rachel finds out, she's like, well, you could have said something, because the difference between, all these people, that there will always be men like the guy that was talking about me, but you could have said something, and you're the assholes or something like that that keeps it going. It was really very well done. I love that they brought Jason and Rachel back in. In the end, Jason ends up writing slut shamer on that kid's car, and this is at Rachel's school. So Rachel's like, what are you doing? And when the dean brings him in, I take it that this dean is like McGonagall in disguise. She's like, it's about time that child had it coming to him, so we will not press charges or whatever. I don't know. So they got out of it. But the big storyline involved Elizabeth. Started off with a budget meeting. Typical, Tuesday, I guess, for them. There was a girl that was caught last year. On a mission. I remember that episode, and she is now in a trafficking, for you all know what I'm talking about, a trafficking ring, and it's in this country where the president loves this one actress from America, so they try and get the one actress involved. One actress goes and does something, I don't know, but while they're there, because they have to keep this girl safe, all of these girls, including this girl from the missionary, end up dying from suffocation, and they have to tell the mom and everything, and the whole staff is not okay. Jay, very upset. Matt, can we get more of this new Matt next year as well? I remember, earlier this season, I was like, give Jeffrey Arend an Emmy, which he does deserve, for that one episode where he was like, yeah, I'm half Muslim, half Catholic, blah, 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 blah. So he was back to that. Daisy was madder than mad. Nadine couldn't focus, and Blake was late. They were really upset by this, and they all gave reasons why. Daisy's was obvious, I had to talk to the press, so was Nadine's, I had to tell the mother. This was a very sad episode. Again, like somebody on Twitter said, this was when we wanted them to win. Because Elizabeth's, just trying to keep pushing through it because she knows that that's her job. So she asked them why, and that's what she told about Daisy and Nadine. Blake had I forget exactly what the line was, but he was like, I'm always 5 steps ahead of people with a bajillion binders. Now I just feel like I'm a binder. Because he wasn't ahead. Matt said what I want to put on a t-shirt, which is, I want to slay dragons, not play whack-a-mole with evil. And I was like, I need that on a t-shirt, because he's absolutely correct. Again, he's making sense. He's usually the goofball character. And Jay ends up reading a poem from Maggie Smith. Not McGonagall Maggie Smith. There's a poet named Maggie Smith. and it's basically about how they have to keep going, and that evil will always be out there and everything. So it was beautifully poignant, especially during these times. It was definitely one of the tougher episodes to watch of Madam Secretary. I mean, Henry's thing I thought we were done with, which was weird. But you know that it came back, and especially in the way it did. The Jason Rachel storyline got really deep, and this storyline got really deep. I don't know where we're heading to next. I saw first off, I don't know if we're on next week, because they kept advertising something at 8 o'clock next week on CBS, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get pushed back. So, just so you all know, although if you've watched the one take, you know that due to Easter holiday, everything's going to be pushed back anyway, in terms of watching. But the coming attractions, it was all this craziness with Elizabeth, and then Stevie said, I need to tell you something, and then Elizabeth's hitting Henry going, why didn't you tell me? So I'm guessing Jareth and her are over, or I'm guessing her and Jareth are married, or I'm guessing she got a job at the State Department. Those are like the only three things that I could see happening. So until next time, please like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.